Today we're going to carry on our look at the Marvel Crisis Protocol miniature expansions, and this is a brand new one. This is CP24, this is Hawkeye and Black Widow, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or Black Widow, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I should say. This was only revealed by the guys at Atomic Mass Games about 2 weeks ago. They showed it for the first time. It was meant to be a later release, but with all the problems in the world with COVID-19 at the moment, it was brought forward, and I think this is replacing CP10, which is Spider-Gwen and Ghost Spider and Miles Morales Spider-Man, which is still Spider-Gwen, really, isn't it? Right, okay, so without further ado, let's have a quick look. Okay, so this contains Clint Barton and Natasha Romanoff, Hawkeye, Black Widow. On the back of the box we get Avengers, Agents, Avengers Professionals, with only a bow and a quiver of arrows and enough self-confidence to rival anyone. Clint Barton has proven himself to be truly one of the Earth's mightiest heroes. An expert marksman and fighter, Barton puts his talents to good use as a hero, Hawkeye. As the hero, Hawkeye, please forgive me. Opinionated and possessing a reputation for finding trouble, he remains a strong team player and has both been part of and leader of a number of different teams over his storied career. Trusted by some and feared by most, Natasha Romanoff strives to make up for the bad that she has done in her past by helping the world, even if this means getting her hands dirty in the process. Trained in the infamous Russian Red Room, Agent Romanoff has put her incredible skills as a formidable agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. and as one of the most respected Avengers. It includes one Hawkeye miniature, one Black Widow Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. miniature, 2 bases, 2 character stat cards, 2 team tactics, and 10 tokens. Miniatures always supplied, unpainted and assembled. Right, you have to forgive the lighting because I'm not at home. Sorry, I'm not at work. I'm actually at home, and I've got to jury rig up a mini studio because I don't have very much room here. And this is only my second video during lockdown, so I've got another 3 to do over the next few days. Right, so let's have a look what we get inside. Right, we get a cardboard. We get our bases and our miniatures and our card separator and an empty box, apart from the rules, which I didn't check. Right, okay, so the readme first for CP24. It's the usual thing. It's got the credits from the team, so like got Josh and Will and Shake and Dallas and all those guys. So that's in focus, yeah. And it's got the assembly instructions as well. There's no special rules on this at all. So we've got the assembly instructions for Hawkeye and the assembly instructions for Black Widow. They're pretty straightforward, and this is the first one of the kits that actually is numbered, I think, that the actual parts all have numbers, and you just glue them together following the instructions. Something that one of the criticisms that Atomic Mass Games have received in the past is the fact that a lot of the kits don't have numbers on the actual sprues, so people don't know where on earth things go. It's quite self-explanatory because they're not that difficult, and thankfully Black Widow's head is only in 2 parts. There's no 4-part headpiece here like Star-Lord. Her head's only in 2 parts. According to Dallas Kemp, the sculpting director for Atomic Mass Games, this is to give a more dynamic pose for her, so we might make her look windswept as she's actually diving forward in action. Okay, that's the instructions out of the way. Let's jump into the plastic, and we'll do the cards last. Right, so they're not very big figures because they are human-sized. We get our obligatory 4 bases, which I'm now running short on. I've only got 3 left out of the massive pile of spare bases I had. Hopefully that'll be rectified once I get the new models. Okay, so we'll start off with Black Widow. So Black Widow is, I'll just zoom in a little bit so you can see. Okay, so quite a simple kit to put together, not very many pieces. Facial details pretty good. Now, bear in mind, these are actually based on the comic books. They're not actually based on the movies, so they're not Marvel Universe, MCU. Sorry, I couldn't get my words right then. They're not MCU accurate. because they're based on the comic books. So they are pretty comic book accurate. So this is Nat wearing a different uniform than the one you get in the core set. And then here we have Hawkeye with his trademark bow and his quiver. And they've gone for the later version of Hawkeye because he's just wearing a pair of shades. He's not wearing the traditional Hawkeye strange, bizarre Halloween mask that he normally used to wear in the comic books, and the big purple with a purple hood. One thing that I really do like on both of these miniatures is the details you put on the base. So they're both stood on wreckage of Hydra. That's the one that of some Hydra thing. So that's the one that Hawkeye stood on, and Black Widow's one goes into there, and there's the part she's leaping off. Both very nice. Okay, so that's the miniatures out of the way. Obviously, when I do my review, there'll be a more in-depth look at the miniatures, about the posing and the dynamism of the miniatures themselves. Okay, right, so let's open up the card and see what we get in. Now, right, there we go. Okay, just zoom back out slightly. Okay, so we get our tokens. We get some bleed tokens, some poison tokens, and some shock tokens. And I'll get these two tokens here, which I think are civilian escort tokens. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check those. There's so many different tokens, it's easy to lose track of what's what. And then we get our 2 cards and our 2 team tactic cards. So we have professionals and heavy firepower. Professionals. It's unaffiliated. Natasha Romanoff and Clint Barton may spend 2 power each to play this card. If Clint Barton damages a character with this attack, and with an attack this round, Natasha Romanoff is in range 2. The damage of the damaged character, you may move 1 asset or civilian token from a damaged character to Natasha Romanoff. If she is now holding that token, this card does not. Right. Sorry, I've read that wrong. Right. So basically, this means that if Clint has got a damage asset or a token, you can put it on Natasha's card by spending 2 power each, so it costs 4 power, and she's now holding it. So you could actually basically get it range 2, which is quite a bit. And the artwork on that is by Jeremy Hahn. It's really nice dynamic artwork. Now I've got a problem here because I've got not very much room, and I'm having to lean over my camera to actually read stuff, so please forgive me because I'm actually reading over the top of my glasses. Okay, so heavy firepower. This is again by Jeremy Hahn artwork. Unaffiliated. It's an active card. During the character's activation, it may spend 2 power to play this card. The next attack made by this character this turn, targeting an enemy character that is not within range 3 of any allied characters, adds 2 dice to an attack roll. Alright, that's quite a good one. So basically gives you an extra 2 dice if they're out of range 3. So I'll reread that again because let's say within. That's not within, yeah, so that gives you a bit of an extra boost, I guess. Okay, so get onto the right side first, Mark. Okay, so we got Clint Barton. He's got a stamina of 4, a medium move. He's a human, so he's got a height of 2, and he's got a threat value of 3. He's got energy of physical defense of 4, and an energy and mystical defense of 2. Now, I think he should actually have a lower mystical defense because he's quite often getting. Just 1 second. There we go. Right, let's start again. Yeah. Sorry, I was out of focus. He's quite often getting attacked by energy things in the comics as well as in the movies, and having his mind controlled. But we can work with that. Okay. His first strike, which is his only strike, is arrow shot. It's got a range of 5. It does 5 damage and costs no power, which is pretty awesome because it can shoot literally across the battlefield. After this attack is resolved, the character gains power equal to damage dealt. Before choosing a target, this character may choose what attack it's doing, whether it's a physical or an energy. And for a wild, he has full quiver, which is after this attack is resolved, the defending character gains one of the special conditions, so bleed, shock, poison, or slow or poison. I think that's what the red token was. I think that might be slow. It's very easy to put 4 tokens on someone with one shot with Hawkeye with this if you roll wilds. Very, very easy. Okay, and he's got Hook Arrow, which costs 2 power, plus this character within range 3 of its current position. This superpower can be used once per turn. Trick Shot. Next arrow shot, the attack this character makes, ignores line of sight, and defending character does not benefit from cover. That costs 1 power. Apparently, this means that he can actually hit Rocket Raccoon, who is a size 1, if Rocket Raccoon is behind anything bigger than a size 1, because Rocket Raccoon cannot be targeted if he's behind something that's bigger than a size 1, because he's so small. So this ignores line of sight, so he should be able to target Rocket Raccoon. He's got Fast Draw, which is reactive, which is it's a 2 power. When this character is attacked by this character is targeted by an attack, if the attacker is not within range 3 of this character, it may use this superpower. The character immediately makes an arrow shot targeting against that attacking character. Well, so basically for 2 points, he can just shoot back as he's being shot at, as long as it's not within range 3, so range 4 or 5, which is quite good. Not many people have a range 5 attack. So okay, so that's his healthy side. On his unhealthy side, he goes up by 1 on his stamina. That's it. Everything else stays the same. So his stamina just goes up by 1. Okay, so that's Hawkeye. Now we go on to Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. She's got a stamina of 5, a move of medium, so she's quite fast. She's got a size of 2 because she's a human, and she's got a threat level of 3, and she's got a physical defense of 4 and a mystical and energy defense of 3. A first strike attack is automatic pistol. It's got a range of 3. It does 4 damage and it costs no power. After this attack is resolved, the character gains 1 power, so she automatically gains a power whether she hits or misses. Rapid fire. After this attack is resolved, the character may make an additional attack. The additional attack must target the original target. The additional attack does not have the rapid fire special rule. Okay, now that's not on a wild. I think that might be an action because it's a bold statement, so I'll have to double check that and see what the FAQ says, because there's a new FAQ going up on the site this weekend. Okay, second attack is Tear Gas, which is again a physical. It's an area effect of 2. It's 4 damage and 2 power. The target does not gain any power for damage dealt by this attack, so basically she can do 4 lots of damage, and the character she's attacking will not gain power as usual for being hit. After this attack is resolved, the target gains the poisoned special condition. And then she's got Widow's Kiss, which is range 2, damage of 6 and a power of 3. Add 1 die to this attack roll for each special condition the target has, and on a wild it does push, and it pushes a target away short. So if you combine Widow's Kiss with full quiver from Hawkeye, because these guys really work together as a team, they're a synergy pair, you can do quite a lot of damage if you get Hawkeye to roll some wilds. Okay, so next power is Interrogate, which is a 3 power. At the start of the cleanup phase, if this character is in range 2 of 1 or more dazed enemies, it may use this superpower. If the controlling player increases the amount of VPs they score from crisis cards, its controlling player increases the amount of VPs they score from crisis cards during the cleanup phase by 1, so you get an extra victory point for playing this, and it costs 3 points. Parting Shot. After an attack, after an attack targeting this character is resolved, the character may use his superpower. The attacking character suffers 1 damage. The character may advance away from the attacking character short, and then stealth. Characters must be within range 3 of this character to target it with attacks. So it's pretty similar to the core set with stealth, but some of the other things are slightly different. Okay, so we turn her over, and she's exactly the same. Apart from she's exactly the same. She's got parting shots on this as well. Widow's Kiss, Tear Gas. Yeah, so she's exactly the same. So that's a quick look at the Hawkeye and Black Widow expansion for Marvel Crisis Protocol. As I say, thanks for bearing with me. This is unusual circumstances that we're all in at the moment, but we've all got to stay safe and make sure that look out for ourselves and look out for each other and our families. So the next one hopefully should be Gamora Nebula, or failing that it'll be Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive. Depends on which one turns up first, because they're both due. Right, so as always, I've been Mark, and the link to the full review will be in the description below, down here somewhere. And also check out some of the links to other sites of interest and YouTube channels, stuff like Gamers Guild. Nate does absolutely awesome stuff. Sorastro's miniature painting is brilliant. Then obviously there's the Atomic Mass Games live stream, which is at the moment it's every Tuesday and every Thursday whilst they're on lockdown, at 1 PM Pacific time, which is 9 PM UK time. Or Europe, well, yeah, definitely in the UK it's 9 PM. And it's well worth checking out. They all tend to be quite good, quite fun. At the moment the guys are working from home because they're all on lockdown, so they're doing reveals. And there's a lot of good stuff coming out over the next few months once things start getting back to normal. And we finally had confirmation that Kingpin is going to be getting the Marvel Crisis Protocol treatment and getting his own box, so that's fantastic. He's my favourite character, just in case you haven't guessed. Right, okay, so as always, I've been Mark. Please leave a like or a comment on this video. It's always nice to see comments. And wherever you are in the world, be happy, stay indoors, stay safe, and look after yourselves and your family. Until next time, bye.